Well, hey everybody, I am a child of the 70s. I was born in 1970, and I received a fantastic gift this past week from friend of the channel, Tom Teague up in Idaho. Thank you, Tom. What did he send me? If you saw, I posted a picture of it earlier, of both things earlier. He sent me a Black Beauty razor, a 1970 third quarter, the exact time that I was born, Gillette Black Beauty adjustable razor. I've never had one. I've never used one. I've used one this week. I've used it 3 times already. This won't be the first time I use it. I wanted to give it a try. I couldn't wait. But I'm going to shave for you with this thing. And what else did he send me? He also sent me a vintage can of Gillette Foamy Lemon Lime. That's right. And at some point it cost $1.39. Now, I did some research on the can design, and I found a commercial from 1971 where the cans looked exactly like this. So I'm assuming, and you know what happens when you assume, that this is about from 1971 or so. I don't know how long they went with this style. I mean, look at that band of steel on there. Look at that, will you? That's when cans were cans. I hope it works. I don't know if it works. It's never been used. I didn't test it out. Tom didn't test it out. We're going to test it out today to see if it even works. Now, somebody said, don't test out that Black Beauty with some old shaving cream from a can. Well, I didn't. I used some of my margaritas in the Arctic and some other shaving soaps and brushes. Okay. So I did try it with the fancy stuff. But today, I hope this thing works. I hope it works. So we're doing a 70s shave, man. This is vintage 70s. I was alive when both these things were created. I was not alive when the aftershave was created. This is Yardley's English Lavender. I did this in a video a while back. This was Frank Sinatra's favorite cologne / aftershave. And this bottle is from the 1950s. There's a picture of Sinatra in the 50s with a bottle of this on his shelf in his trailer on whatever movie set he was on. So this is vintage too. All 3 of these things, vintage. All right, let's give it a shot. I hope the shaving cream works. Thanks again, Tom. I cannot thank you enough. Very, very generous. Very generous. So I took a shower, did my hair, and put some hot water up on my face. I did a 1-pass shave yesterday, so I got slightly more growth than normal. But yeah, all right. Oh, sorry, before I shave, take a look at this and see the difference between the Black Beauties and a 66 Gillette adjustable and a Fat Boy. Check it out. All right, so let's take a look at the Black Beauty, if you've never seen it, and compare it to a 1966 Super Speed and the 59 Fat Boy. So this was their adjustable razor that Gillette made with the twist to open feature, the adjustable adjuster right here. I like the font on there. I like how they're kind of this tall font numbers. And they made this. It's got a metal handle. It's closed on the end. See that? And it's all metal. The whole thing is metal. And it's very light. And they made this from 1968 to 75. After that, they went to this portion being plastic. So you can tell what that is. But the one that everyone seems to call the Black Beauty was from 68 to 75. And this one's 1970, my birth year. And in fact, my birth quarter as well. So this is the exact same age as I am. All right, let's compare the Black Beauty to the 66 Super Speed. So let's see the length and the body thickness. So the Black Beauty is longer, as you can tell, and it's a little bit fatter. You can tell the handle's a little bit fatter. The heads look like this when they're compared. They're very similar in size. I think the Black Beauty might be slightly more squat. But see the numbers, how the numbers are really big on this one? All right, let's see what it looks like compared to the Fat Boy. So there's how tall. So the Black Beauty is much longer than both of these. Now the Fat Boy's got a thicker handle to it because it's the Fat Boy. Gained a little weight over the holidays, but didn't we all? And there's the head. So the head on the Fat Boy is also a lot thicker. You see that? And the adjuster is different on this one, and the numbers are very small. See? So that's kind of how the Black Beauty stands up compared to these other ones. Just so you can see, just for fun. All right, let's go shave with this thing, shall we? So there you go, just for your edification. All right, so I put a feather blade in here. Like I said, this past week, I did shave with it a couple of times, and I tried it on 7, which is my normal setting for the Fat Boy, and that felt all right. And then I thought, well, I'm going to dial it down, so I did it on did I do it on a 5? 5 or a 4, and that was a little too mild. So I'm going for a 6 today, just to see. I tried it on an 8, and that was a little too aggressive. So I'm going for the 6 and see if that's the sweet spot for this razor. Because you never know. What's good for one razor is not good for another. All right, more water on my face. And now the moment of truth. Is this thing going to work? I'm going to pop the top. This thing is old, but it looks like it was made yesterday. I mean, look at this. Gillette Foamy. They still make this scent, this lemon lime scent. I haven't seen it. Look, you can tell it's unused. It's clean. You can see the little hole in there. So it's full. It's never been used. I'm shaking it up because I learned that one time with that vintage Barbasol that if you shake it up, it makes it better. Oh, come on, baby. Hold can upright. There's not a date on here. I looked for that. So, but from what I'm assuming, this did exist in 1971 in this form. All right. 49 years later. Propellant. Here we go. It works! Oh my God, it's perfect. And it smells like lemon lime. Holy. There's a slight, I mean, it smells like lemon lime, like a fake lemon lime scent. Holy cow, would you look at that? It worked. Tom, it worked. Oh, he didn't try it out. I didn't try it out till right now. Look at that. Holy guacamole. There it is. That's what nearly 50-year-old shaving cream looks like from a can. That is fantastic. And it does. There's a slight funkiness to the smell. Let's see how it shaves. I'm applying this old shaving cream. I'm trying to... There is a slight funkiness to the scent. Like, not terrible. It's like lime with a muskiness to it. But I cannot believe, look at this. This is smooth and creamy. And I hope I don't get any diseases from it. It's been hermetically sealed in that can for nearly 50 years, so wow. I hate to wash this down the drain, but incredible. I'm gobsmacked, as they say. That is so cool. I thought it would just like either not come out at all or just, you know, maybe come out some weird goop like the vintage 50s Barbasol did. But all right, so here's the Black Beauty from 1970, the third quarter. Gillette Black Beauty. This is the all-metal one, as I said. Let's see if 6 is the right setting for this. This is why I love doing these videos, and this is why I love shaving with vintage products. It's so fun. It's like, I've always been fascinated by time travel. I've always been fascinated by history, and this kind of thing is as close as you can get to traveling back in time and experiencing something either before your time or when you were too young to even, you know anything about it. So I was like 1 year old when this can was made, and I was just a newborn when this razor was made. Now, I'm not using a vintage blade in here because those things generally don't work. I do have some old ones, but I've shaved with those in other videos. I've decided to go with the feather, brand new. So that's the only brand new thing. I am certainly not brand new. I'm as old as these products. We've survived so far. Let's hope we can go another 50 years. Hey, you never know with medicine these days. Fantastic. Quality of life, though, that's the thing. Living to a certain age is one thing. Having a good quality of life during those years, that's something totally different. And that, in large part, is up to you, gentle readers. Well, I'm telling you, this shave is feeling very good. It's not crazy slick, like there's not like a good amount of slickness left over, but I think that's the complaint that a lot of people have that use shaving creams from a can. It's not my complaint. I never bothered, never bothered me. It doesn't bother me now, but I can see how it could. I can see how, if you don't want to use a shaving cream from a can, don't. There's plenty of other options out there, but I mean, it's not even breaking down, It's still there. This is a lot of fun. Thank you, Tom. Very cool. This is why I like shaving with vintage items. New old stock. That to me is fantastic. Like, if you my stepfather, I don't know if I told this story or not. I'm gonna do a second pass, of course. But this thing is shaving like butter too, and I think 6 might be the right one for this razor. Here we go again. I can't. Oh, it's really shook up now. It's not even liquidy. I think that doing a lot of shaking up really helped. I'm gonna parcel this out. You know, I'm not gonna waste it. So my stepfather, his father owned a Ben Franklin store in Mississippi, in a small town in Mississippi. And that's like a 5 and dime, you know, it's like a Woolworths. It's like a, I guess the closest today would be a CVS or Walgreens. And his store closed down in the 80s because he was getting older. And because it was a small town on a town square that had kind of, you know, gone the way that town squares do, they lose their businesses to the Walmart out on the highway. He left all of his merchandise in there. I wish I could go back now and find whatever shaving stuff he had in there, because I was probably about maybe 15 at the time, so it wasn't on my radar yet. But my stepfather's dad allowed my brother and I to just roam through this empty store that was full of stuff. Man, I wish I knew what happened to all that stuff. But the one thing that we found at the time that we did know was valuable, we were down in the basement where they kept all the stock, you know. And we came across a stack of like 10 boxes of baseball cards, which at the time were still holding their value. I think I understand these days baseball cards aren't really valuable anymore. But we found them and we started opening them up. I know, if you're a baseball card collector and you found unopened boxes of vintage 1960s baseball cards, you would be screaming at the 15-year-old version of me and my brother. We opened like one box and started opening the package to see who's in it. We weren't into baseball cards, but we knew they were valuable, right? We're like, well, this is cool. And then we told our stepdad about it, and he went and got the rest of the boxes and he put them in a safe deposit box. I think he sold a couple of them a few years after that. But that's the kind of thing I'm talking about that I love. Just finding these untouched gems from the past, you know, things that haven't been used up. Things that you would normally use up. This should not exist. This is an enigma. This is, what do they say when it's something that doesn't make sense in time travel? This should not exist right now, but it does, and I'll tell you what, it's great. Wow. You know what I'd love to do? I'd love to find, I'll buy some of the modern version of this and put it up against the vintage version. I think I'll have to do that. Man, I tell you what, I'm getting a great shave from both of these things. This is so cool. Wow. I keep saying it, but thanks, Tom. I mean, to have an experience like this is right up my alley for things that I love. So I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. Acting like a little kid. All right, just a teeny bit more. I'm just going to use a little bit for this third pass because I just need like a smear, you know. Yeah, it does smell like lemon lime with a slight, you can tell it's not real lemon lime, of course. My goodness, in the early 70s, everything was fake because they figured out they can make everything fake. And now we're kind of going back, you know, everything has to be organic and whatever. This is not locally sourced, nor is it artisanal. That's for sure. But this razor is great. It's lighter. It feels like it's lighter than the Super Speed. I mean, the adjustable, the Slim that I have. Certainly lighter than the Fat Boy. This is a great design, Gillette. It's up to you to come out with another adjustable. You can do it. We all know you can. You've probably got this tooling hidden away in some basement somewhere that your 15-year-old stepson is going to find and ruin. So get out there and make it before too long. This is so fun. Oh, by the way, I got a couple of shout outs. Like how I made you wait. It's the anticipation. So Mr. Noir, happy birthday to you, buddy. I know it's kind of late. You probably already had your birthday, but happy birthday, Mr. Noir. And I got a lovely email from Connor over in the UK, from Wallasey, out near Liverpool. He's doing his studies right now. He said he likes to listen to my videos and listen to me talk as he does his math homework, which I thought was a terrible idea. But if it doesn't bother you, if it somehow is working a different part of your brain, then go for it. So shout out to Connor from Wallasey. I told him about my second time in Liverpool where I drank way too much cider down at the cavern and had a screaming headache the next day. And it happened to be a bright, sunny day in Liverpool. Do you guys normally have that? Because that sun was going right in my eyeball. But I had a chip buddy, and I got over it. I was younger, so I got over hangovers a lot better. I can't drink like I used to, unfortunately. Or fortunately. All right. I'm going to splash some water up and then feel around. Look away if you must. And see where I need to come back. There's a little bit right there. There always is, though. No matter what razor I use, no matter what setting, what blade, there's always little bits that I miss. The key is don't go over them too many times. Just know when to stop. Know when to stop. I know I've said that before. That goes for everything. Shaving, drinking, eating, talking. Know when to stop. All right. Wow. Wash off the Black Beauty. It really is. People have talked about this razor for a long time, and I've never had one. And now I do. Oh, the other thing I forgot to tell you, Tom said he is the original owner of this thing. So I think that means he bought it in 1970 or around then. Is that right, Tom? Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but he said he's the original owner. So now I'm the second in line. I feel like I've ascended to the throne. All right, cold water. Let me wash off the cap with this thing to make sure there's no dried gunk, and then I'll let it dry and I'll put the top bag on. I love this. Look at this. Look at the color. So cool. Barbasol did their retro thing. This is truly retro right here. I gotta find a vintage Barbasol can of shaving cream. So if anybody out there has one or knows one, I can't find them on eBay. They're rare as hen's teeth, as they say. All right. Now, the vintage aftershave. Sinatra's favorite from the 1950s, Yardley's English Lavender. Smells vintage. I'm gonna just put a teeny dab because this is also fairly rare. Interesting. Interesting. Ah. It's a beautiful bottle, isn't it? That's it. I think that's it. I think I got it all. Did I get it all? I didn't get any nicks. What a great shave. Man, that was so fun. I can't thank you enough, Tom. And shout outs to Mr. Noir and Connor and to everybody that watches these and enjoys them. I hope you enjoy them. I hope that my sheer happiness comes across. This is so great. So great. It's not even Christmas. It's not even my birthday. But thank you so much. And thank you all for watching, and thank you for commenting and everything else that you do. And I hope you all have a great weekend. I will be back on Monday with who knows what. I have no idea. But thanks again, and look forward to more videos. And I got to do a giveaway. I just hit 11,000 subscribers. I have to do a giveaway, another giveaway coming up. And that's it. But anyway, thanks everybody, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.